What is going on, guys? Welcome to our recording. The guy dancing on my right is the young Rottweiler Ethan Hamilton,
I, I,
and I'm 007 Gage Sutton. And if you don't already know, this is the Are We Recording podcast. And if you're new to the show, welcome. You can join the community by following us, subscribing, hit the like button, share the video with a friend, a
with
lover.
the love, I love her. I love
Oh,
his
yeah.
friend.
A lover's friend's goldfish.
That goldfish's kid.
Yeah, and help our recording grow. We really appreciate all the love, and glad to see you back here for another episode. And I know we were gone last week, but we had a live stream last night, and it's been a very, very hectic week with a lot of stuff going on, including Ethan. You were at a wedding in New York this weekend, huh? How'd
Yeah,
that
I
go?
went to a New York wedding, man. I got my New York fizzy fit on. It was fun. I had a lot of fun with my family. I don't really get to see them that often, but it was a blast. How
Hey,
about you? How you doing?
congratulations! I was gonna say congratulations to your cousin, man.
Yeah. They got married, man. Shout out to them. I got a new cousin in Joe, man. Shout out to Joe. I know he watches all of our episodes, so
Hey, Joe's a cool guy, man. The one time I got to meet him, Joe was a very cool guy. So
he owes me money, by the way. So he owes me money. I'm gonna catch up. Now we stuck together for life.
for life. He's not getting out of this one. Once you're in the
Not at
Hamilton
all.
family, it's
I know. The Hamilton Fiska family. You're screwed.
all right. Well, I guess for my week, it's been pretty eventful. Just keeping up with all the stuff going on in music and basketball and stuff. We'll get to all that later. But I went to a concert in your city this week. Actually,
Yeah, no, I'm disappointed you didn't see me, but it's fine. It's whatever.
I tried, man. It's just you know,
Just say
hey,
you don't
making the
mess with
trip
me
to
unless.
Dallas in one day, making the trip to Dallas and back in one day, I don't recommend it.
Speaking about something you don't recommend, I have a new appreciation for the trip I make from Dallas to Austin. It means nothing now because over the weekend, coming back from New York and New Jersey, me and my family, we had to drive straight from New York, New Jersey, back down to Texas, and it blew. It was
Oh,
25 hours, give or take, and it sucked. It sucked
did y'all
tremendously.
stop it all?
Yeah, we stopped like every 2 or 3 hours. Like at the beginning of the trip, like my dad did the dad thing where he wanted to like make a dent in the hours, so he just drove I think for like 5 6 hours straight, which is insane already, like nonstop. And then after that, he was just like, all right, I gotta take a break. He took a break, and then by then, after that happened, me and my mom and my two siblings, we just all switched off like every 2 3 hours. Like when somebody would get tired, we'd switch off. When this person get tired, we'd switch off, and we did that pretty much the entire night until about like 5 a.m. in the morning, 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning. We made it like all the way to Tennessee. And they had just opened a Buc-ee's, which is better than any gas station in the United States. I'll put that on
Facts.
everything. Buc-ee's is the best gas station ever. And they just opened. You know the funny thing is, it was the grand opening, the day after the grand opening for that Buc-ee's. So it was clean. Everything was stocked up. There was like 1,000 people in there. All 1,000 people were workers. We were the only people that weren't working that were in there.
You're
And
there at 5 in the morning.
bro, we had like 4 or 5 in the morning, and it was like, "Hi, how are you? Hi, welcome to Bucky's. Hi, how are you?" And I'm like at this point, I'm like, we look like zombies, and I'm just like, "Oh, hello." But I really didn't want nobody to talk to me. I just want to go in there, wash my face, brush my teeth, go get some of the sugar covered almonds, and go get like a fruit cup, and go. And oh my gosh, those almonds are so good. I got one of those breakfast sandwiches too.
Hey,
Ooh,
Bucky's slaps. If you know, you know, and if you don't know,
you're missing out.
I
You're
suggest
missing
you
out.
find out because that beaver that is all over the face of Texas and is so closely associated with the state. I mean, it doesn't get better than that, man. Cleanest
No.
bathrooms and
Yes,
just
the bathrooms are always clean, and I love
always,
that. I love
always.
that.
And the stalls are nice and like private too. Like you don't have to worry about anyone peeking over and like looking at you while you're trying to take a dump or a homeless person trying to break in like at a 7-Eleven bathroom. Like
Yeah,
it's just it's nice. It's
and the
comforting.
food is smacks. Like the
Yes.
food smacks at Bucky's. So shout out to
So
Bucky's,
good.
man. Came in clutch. And then after that, I think we drove for another hour. And but by then, everybody was so tired. My parents were like, "Yeah, let's just chill out for like an hour." We made it to another Bucky's like down the road.
Hmm.
Parked in the parking lot for like an hour and a half. and just slept until like seven in
So
the morning.
so is there a reason why y'all drove back? Because y'all flew up there, right?
Yeah, it's because like the flights were so bad. We traveled standby, and so the flights were so bad that like the only time we really were gonna make it back to Dallas was like that Thursday, and we left that Monday,
Mm.
and everybody had work on Wednesday, and some people had work on Tuesday that they already had to call out for, so nobody was trying to call out for Tuesday and Wednesday. And don't get me wrong, there was a chance that we could have made it to Dallas, but like all the flights were like severely overbooked, and so we would have had to been at the airport all day, spending money at the food stops or at the restaurants in there, and just overall just being really uncomfortable. And so my parents were like, you know what, let's nip this in the butt early. We'll probably end up making it back home a lot faster if we just drive rather than waiting all day at the airport and hoping some of us get on the flight.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense. You know, some of these travel things with, you know, just like deciding whether you want to drive or fly is it's a hard decision sometimes, because I feel like the flights are so convenient because, you know, you could just sit back and, you know, they're pricey, but like I don't know,
No,
sometimes the way it like sometimes the best way to go is just driving. Like
yeah, and
you don't have to worry
honestly,
about any
being
of the other bullshit.
cramped five people in like a Jeep Cherokee wasn't the worst. Like I said, I love my family, but honestly, I think everybody has their limits, like to a certain extent. And by the time it came to the end of the trip, I was very much at my limit with a lot of my family members, and I was ready to go. And so to hear that I have to spend 25 hours in a car with them, I was like, like I was really not trying to hear that. But for the most part, let's put it like this: it wasn't the best. I don't like road trips that much, anyways. Like that, I do like driving, and I don't mind it. But like 25 hours already after being on a long trip with them, I was not trying to do it. But I was like, you know what? I took a very mature approach because you know me, I'm a mature guy,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I was just like, yeah, and I was just like, you know what? Let me just put my headphones in. I'm not gonna talk to anybody, not in a rude way, but I'm just like, this car is very cramped. I don't need to be talking. I don't need to be trying to entertain. I don't need to be trying to like engage with each and every one of them. Let me just put my headphones in, watch my movies, fall asleep, wake back up, drive a little bit, listen to music, and just rinse and repeat. Just get into the side. Don't talk to nobody. If somebody talks to you, I'll answer. If somebody talks to me, I would have a convo. But I keep it short and sweet. We just spent like 4 days with each other. We're gonna be in the car for the whole day. There's absolutely nothing else we need to talk about. Absolutely nothing else in our lives. So let's just all just chill out. And
If
for
you
the
want to know
most
more about me, watch the podcast.
exactly. Like if you guys want, like I don't need to talk anymore. Like during this trip, and I was just like, you know what? That was my mindset, and honestly, that was the smart mindset. Because some people in the car didn't follow that rules, and they're the ones that were the most upset during the car ride. And I was like, look at me, I'm happy, and I didn't talk to nobody during the car ride. So that is my mindset, and I'm definitely gonna take this going forward in road trips with my family, my future family. Is I'm not talking to none of y'all.
Hey, I think that's a good mindset to have. But all right, while we're recording this, by the way, just a heads up, we are recording this while the free agency just opened, so my phone is blowing up from Shams and Woj with all of the signings and stuff. Um,
But we're not going to be talking about any of the NBA free agency predictions or nothing like that. If you want to hear our predictions, Gage made a dope TikTok about it on Instagram. We posted on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Follow us at our recording at AWR_podcast on all our socials. You'll be able to find the vid there. We also did a live stream with a bunch of the guys where we did a Lil Uzi Vert, Pink Type live reaction, and an NFL free agency reaction. And we're going to talk about Uzi later on in the show, but just so you guys are wondering, just hold on. Stay with
yeah,
us. Stay with us.
yeah.
Stay
So
with us.
yeah, so just that, you know, clarification. Like the free agency is going on. We're not going to talk a lot about it right now. We'll probably recap it once it's all over. But today we just want to talk about all the other stuff we didn't get to, and I kind of want to start the show on a lighter note because we did have some kind of serious stuff happen this week. The funniest thing I've seen on the internet this week is the idea that Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk are going to be in a cage match soon.
Bro, that's the funny shit to me because like all those people that like hate billionaires, because billionaires are in the mud this past 2 weeks. They are in the mud with the whole submarine stuff, and now this.
Yeah, we'll get to the
They're in the
submarine
mud.
stuff, but yeah.
Yeah.
That just the idea of two billionaires fighting each other just for funsies is so I
It's
don't
so
even know.
it's very 2023,
Yeah, it
and
is
we need
very.
and we need it, and we need to
We do
see him
need it.
fight.
And I'm not talking like a UFC fight. I'm talking Hell in a Cell, WWE. We're putting them on SummerSlam, and the winner gets to fight the final boss, Jeff Bezos, at
Yes,
WrestleMania.
yes, the billionaire WrestleMania. That's funny. They get their own entrance music and everything. Who gets Paul Heyman? I think Elon got to get Paul Heyman. No, Elon gets Joe Rogan.
I like it. Yeah. And then no, all right. So this is what we'll do: is we'll set it up for Jeff Bezos and whoever the winner of the Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg fight is, and then the Money in the Bank cash in. They'll cash in and just win all of their money. That's
yeah. We have a random citizen just cash in.
LA Knight wins the bill. Wins the billions of dollars that Mark Zuckerberg puts on the line. I don't know. It's a lot of fun though.
It's never gonna happen because they got too big of an ego, but it should definitely happen. And who do you think wins though between Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk?
I don't know. I saw the meme saying that like Elon Musk face when Mark Zuckerberg turns into a lizard person, and that's the thing is if Mark Zuckerberg has those capabilities of turning into a lizard person, I don't think this is close. I think Mark Zuckerberg easily takes the win.
Have you seen the videos of Mark Zuckerberg hitting the bag?
Oh yeah,
he would. You seen the way Elon Musk stand? Mark Zuckerberg whooping Elon Musk's ass.
No, the thing is,
it's not even close.
If Mark Zuckerberg kicks Elon's ass,
he whooping Elon. But the way Elon Musk,
Elon's never gonna hear like the end of
it. The way Elon stand like this, Mark by 1,000. He whooping his ass. It's not even funny. You don't even got to turn into a lizard to get him.
Oh, you don't think so? Yeah. Okay.
No.
So, are there rules to this match? Because I mean, like, obviously, in a Hell in a Cell, no. So this is free for all. They can do whatever they need to.
Free for all. They're gonna. Elon's gonna have Joe Rogan circling the cage like Paul Heyman. No, ref, watch out! It's gonna be like that. Chief. No, there's no rules to this. There is no rules.
No rules. Okay, so Elon hypothetically,
they both gotta wear cups. I want full get up too, full
but
outfits.
What if Elon's cup is like an Iron Man tech, where like he just hits a button on it and then like he puts on an Iron Man suit, and Mark Zuckerberg's the lizard guy.
Who lizard Mark Zuckerberg
versus Iron Man Elon Musk.
That's you with that.
These celebrity death matches, man. I think it. I don't think they established it as a death match, but it would be more fun if it was established as a death match. Yeah,
it needs to be a death match. the amount of poor people they killed, unbelievable.
Hey, let's raise the stakes too. Whoever wins gets the other's net worth.
That's hard. I thought we were gonna do Money in the Bank though.
That's for WrestleMania though. You gotta build up to it, dude. If you want to write for wrestling, you gotta understand there's storylines, man.
You're right.
You gotta build up to it. And Jeff Bezos, Jeff Bezos, the night after SummerSlam on Raw, he's gonna come out after Elon Musk is cutting a promo. He's gonna be like, "I kicked Mark Zuckerberg's ass" or whatever, and then Jeff Bezos is gonna come out and hit him with an F5. And then throw him off an Amazon plane or something. I don't know.
Oh my gosh! And then
they'll figure it out.
We're gonna have Trump jump off the cell onto Jeff Bezos. Oh, we should do Elimination Chamber. Elon Musk, Trump,
just billionaires.
Mark Zuckerberg. No, bro, that fight is never gonna happen. It should happen though, cause why not? We ain't got shit else to do. They don't got shit else to do.
Exactly. I mean, we already do celebrity boxing, so why not do some billionaire death matches? I don't know. I think it's fun. What do they have to lose except their lives?
Yeah, I know. and then at the end we put them on a submarine.
Ouch. All right. Okay, we should.
What the fuck is wrong with these people?
I know, dude. All right, so before we continue on, there will be jokes made about the submarine, and we should just say, for the sake of the podcast and for the sake of our public images,
fuck those rich people.
I was gonna say I wanted to say condolences to the families that were affected by this. Yeah, condolences, because I mean, at the end of the day, they are human beings. We have to feel some remorse for this, but I couldn't help but just be shocked by like the news, or not shocked, but just be like, what did you expect? You're going 13,000 feet underwater, like
on a submarine that was made at Lowe's.
Dude, it was probably made better. Like it was probably made like. No, you could probably make a better submarine at just Lowe's. Like,
than what they did.
Yeah, for sure. They were controlling it with a $30 Xbox controller.
No, yeah, they were using that GameCube controller. And somebody made a joke about like what probably happened was that the batteries ran out.
Yeah, the batteries ran out. He's hitting
he's, he's,
it.
he's doing the Game Boy thing where you take it out, blowing it. Come on.
I couldn't imagine that, dude. But I mean, like,
my thing is like, what would you do if you were in that situation? You'd be like, we'd be so fucked. Like, I could just imagine you're in that tiny ass room.
that's what I
There's
say.
five of y'all.
First
You
off, Ethan,
can't.
would you even put yourself in that situation?
No, I've been on a submarine one time in like,
Really?
yeah, in Cancun. They did those like little submarines where it's not like one of those deep water submarines, but it's like a little bitty submarine that puts you in the water. It's pretty cool. We went on like a 20-minute ride, saw some fishes. Didn't go crazy deep, but it was cool. But
Okay.
nothing like what they did, because it was like a small little hatch. It wasn't even a submarine, it was a tube. It was a fucking tube that they threw in the ocean. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
was bolted from the outside. So it's not even like, because let's keep it a buck. Assuming, because there's two trains of thoughts. Either they just blew up, right? I'm using blew up, and there's a better term for it.
They
for sure.
imploded. Yeah, so that's
They imploded,
yeah.
and they didn't feel it said, because I think they said something like, we're spreading misinformation on this podcast if the audience doesn't know. Is that like, if it were to implode, the amount of time it would take for it to implode is a shorter amount of time than it would take for your like spinal cortex or your spinal like nerves to feel it. So they wouldn't even felt it.
Yeah, they wouldn't have even felt pain if it imploded. And I think that's what they said happened, because when they said that they heard like noises under the sea level, I think they said that it came from the implosion of the sub, and they weren't able to find anything except like some remains of the vessel. So likely that's the way they went. And I mean, again,
Yeah,
this is it's a very sad subject, but the fact that they went quickly is probably better instead of them being stranded in that thing. Because I think that scared me more. The idea of them being 13,000 feet underwater for
like
3 days,
3 days,
knowing
3 days,
that no
right?
one was going to be able to save them. Like, that shit is scary. And then just like knowing the oxygen is getting lower and lower every day. I feel like that would have been way more terrifying than
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, in this
because if that
situation, you
happened,
don't even know.
exactly, because you already know one person would have tried to get the fuck out of there. One person would have been like, let me out, and I could just imagine everybody else like holding them down. Like, oh my god, that would have
I'm
been.
telling you, that's a movie.
I wish that submarine thing makes me wish we still had like the Boondocks and Chappelle Show going around. I wish, because the amount of jokes that they would have had for that submarine would have been hilarious. Imagine
Man.
Grandpa, Huey, and Riley in a submarine.
That shit would be crazy. I mean, how do you feel about that though? Because like, obviously, we're sitting here joking about it. It's been a week, and again, we're not heartless. We understand that there were humans in there. We're just trying to find light.
No,
in the situation.
we're cracking jokes.
Yeah. But like, how do you feel about that? Where like something like this happens, and people are very quick to make jokes. Obviously, like as soon as the news came out, Twitter started putting out these memes. I saw one with like Drake and Josh stuck in the treehouse, and they were in the submarine, and just a ton of like crazy stuff that happened hours after the news dropped. So, how do you feel about that? Like, do you think people should be like, it doesn't matter, or that people shouldn't be as quick to make jokes about people dying? I don't know.
It's the internet. This is like a coping mechanism that we've all developed in like the last like 10 years. It's to laugh at stuff like this. You remember like, what was it, last year? When that whole stuff between Ukraine and Russia and the World War III jokes on Twitter, that was one of the best days ever on Twitter.
Yeah, that's fair. There were a lot of jokes about
that was
World
a
War
very
III.
serious topic, and that was one of the best days in the history of the internet. But I mean, I don't know. I think we're all genuinely empathetic for those people. Luckily, I know I'm saying luckily loosely. They hopefully got a quick death.
Yeah,
Hey, hopefully you didn't have to suffer. But I mean, hey, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
yeah.
They had no business being on that submarine.
Well, I
I
mean,
just think it's ironic that all these rich people took this boat to go see like a graveyard of a bunch of lower and middle class people. You know what I'm saying?
were the people on the Titanic lower and middle class?
I would assume so. Yeah, at least
Really?
yeah, because you forgot. You remember? Why I say you forgot? You remember?
Yeah, I was alive during the Titanic.
Yeah, the fuck. I might be spreading misinformation with this too. I don't give a fuck. This is entertainment. the lifeboats. Only the rich people could get on the lifeboats. So all the people that were stuck on the boat or couldn't get on the boats in the water, it was mostly poor people that were working on the boat.
Okay.
Or that were in the lower levels.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, okay. I remember that from Titanic.
The movie
Yeah.
Titanic, yeah.
Hey, actually, nice little segue into that. The fact I think this is the most mind-boggling thing of everything after the fact. You know, we're finding out all of the details about, you know, them finding parts of the vessel and talking about like what might have happened in the hours leading up to it. My main takeaway from this was James Cameron going on TV right afterwards and saying, "Oh, dude, I've done this dive like a million times." He's like, dude,
I've been down there more than the people that were on the Titanic.
Dude, he goes, I've spent more time on the Titanic than the captain of the Titanic spent on the Titanic.
And then did you see the message that the co-founder of the whatever submarine company, Ocean Gate, which basically talking shit to him, talking about you don't know what you're talking about, or you're not even experienced or qualified enough to talk about this. And James Cameron had a setup for a mean yam on him. Like all he had to say was, "Hey, where your man's at?" That's all he had to say was, "Where your man's at?"
Hey,
he would have fried his ass up with that one.
He said, "I got my submarine certified, and look where I am."
I know, bro.
Hey, go watch Avatar if you haven't.
Avatar's so far. No, but hey, shout out, condolences to the people that passed away, man, to their families too. I know we cracking jokes, but hey, man, sorry for your loss. You guys afforded us a funny ass week on Twitter. Thank you.
Yeah, and now I think this is just like a general message to everyone. When you think about doing stuff like this, you know the risk that comes with it. Like when you go skydiving, you know that there is a risk. You
play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
Stupid games, you win stupid prizes is the perfect way to put it, because again, if you don't put yourself in that situation, you don't have to deal with the consequences. I'm not saying you should deprive yourself from having fun and doing stuff that you want to, but you have to understand that if one of the things you're doing is dangerous, you might die. That's just how it works.
It is. A shout out to the Ocean Gate, one of the founders. They pulled off the greatest scam ever. $250,000 to each of those people to put them in a little PVC pipe they built at Lowe's. Shout out to them, man. That's a hell of a scam. Super glue together with a GameCube controller. Shout out to them.
I wonder how you feel safe. And then they're reading the flyers, and on just the first form alone, it says death at least like 13 times. And they're like, "Oh yeah, that's fine.
Let me keep doing this, please." Yeah.
Yeah. This sounds fun. Let's do it. But anyway. Just to move on.
We got a bunch of shit we got to talk about, man.
Yeah, there's a lot more we need to talk about because, hey, I got to come to defense to one of my guys. All right.
Oh no, thank you. Oh, this is what I've been waiting for.
This is my segment.
Oh, because Gage, I'm gonna bring you to homie court. I'm bringing you to homie court.
Justice will be served.
Gage, we've all been on Meat Watch. We got to defend our artists.
And I will be on Meat Watch.
You're on Meat Watch
because I'm defending my artist, and we're talking about The Weeknd and The Idol. So Dylan, run the fucking intro.
With that man.
Boo this nigga.
Yo, who mans is this?
Boing,
Get
boing,
off
boing,
of
boing,
his
boing, boing.
meat.
Oh my gosh, you got to defend this Weeknd. Hey, I love The Weeknd. Abel, like I know him. Abel, if you're listening to this, we love your music. We love what you produce. This ain't it. This was The Idol is one of the worst TV shows I've ever watched. HBO, who talked y'all into doing this? Y'all was cooking with grease. And y'all need to watch out because Apple TV coming. And y'all can't be putting this bullshit out called The Idol. Because what the fuck is wrong with these people? Sam Levinson's already a sicko. And he basically let he let The Weeknd live his Ornaverse.
Basically,
for a whole season of TV. Like, bro, you see like I finished like the first 2 episodes. I said I can't do this anymore. And ever since then, I keep seeing screenshots with subtitles of The Weeknd's line. Like, bro, yo, Gage, you gotta hold this. This is your favorite
No,
guy.
no,
You gotta
no.
hold this.
Okay, hold on. No. Okay, I
What
will
was one
give
of
you.
them? What was one of them that he said?
No, I will give you. I will give you.
Put that in your tight pussy. That was
Yeah,
sick.
yeah.
That
Okay,
was
okay.
sick.
So I think that's really funny because yes, I saw that scene. I saw the first episode, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm kind of in the same boat. I watched the first episode.
No. Don't be serious. Defend this motherfucker
No.
right now.
I am. I'm gonna defend him. Don't worry. But first, let me just get my shit off about how I feel about the show because again, I watched the first two episodes. I don't think it's a very great show. I wasn't a huge fan of. Yeah, it was really tough to watch because of his delivery of some of those lines, and obviously that's his character. But yeah, that tight little pussy line is crazy.
Bro, did you see the one? I saw the one like yesterday about to talk about like, oh my god, I'm fucking coming in my dick.
No. Okay, that was fake. That was fake. And I'm defending the weekend for that one because I've been seeing a lot of people taking screenshots. They're taking screenshots of the show and then adding their own captions at the bottom of just the sickest, grossest things they can come up with. And let me just say,
let's put it like this: the show is shot beautifully. To all the people in the background that helped like shoot this show, HBO threw you out a bag, and it's one of the best looking shows I've ever seen. The show is terribly written. The characters fucking blow.
okay,
and this was a waste of time. This was a absolute waste of time. Only thing that's good about this show is the jokes,
and that it's only 6 episodes.
Yeah, and
but
did you see it? It already got canceled for season 2. They said, "Yeah, we're not doing it season 2."
The thing is, I get it, and here's my defense for the weekend: is I don't think the show's great, but this is his first endeavor outside of music. Like into movies and TV shows. Let's be real here. Have we really seen him do anything?
I feel
like
in
his acting bag or anything like this before.
I don't know. I'm not a big Weekend fan. Okay, all right.
We haven't, because the only thing I've seen him on before is American Dad, and I don't think that counts.
He did way better than American Dad than he did this.
He did, and he sang about being a virgin. This is the complete opposite of this. But here's the thing with Abel, man, and this is why I will always defend him.
Was you defending him for this?
Was the show shitty? Yes. But did you listen to the songs that he released every week when the episodes came out? I said, fuck the episodes. Let's just listen to the music. And you know what? I think that's how I can sleep better at night, knowing that, hey, the idol is out of my head, out of sight, out of mind. I don't want to think about it.
What's so Illuminati called it? Doo-doo garbage. DDG doo-doo garbage.
It's poo-poo caca mierda. But again, I don't like the idol. I do like the music, and I do like what Abel is trying to do. And yeah, hopefully he just finds some more success, because he is getting cooked on Twitter right now.
I like how he plays it though. Like, he's very like self-aware, and he obviously knows that this might not have been his best effort. And if the weekend goes, if Weeknd wants to consider doing acting again, don't.
Well,
just stick to music.
This time, just don't get a director. Next time, get a producer or director that didn't do Euphoria too, because I feel like that was a big like letdown, in the sense of like Euphoria was a show that was really well liked. I feel like
when Euphoria come back, I'm gonna get my Euphoria take off.
Oh, you got a Euphoria take, huh?
It starts with an M.
All right. Well, we will hold on to that takes for when Euphoria season 2 does come back. But I feel like this show was just trying too hard to be like Euphoria, be edgy, and be kind of like push the barrier of like where that like sexual uncomfortable like feeling you get watching the show comes from, and it didn't do very well. So Abel, continue making the music. We know you're good at that. And
also, Abel, I saw what you did with that Cardi verse. You teased us like it was gonna be a real fucking Cardi verse, and it was 5 seconds long. I saw that, and you're not forgiven for that too. That's another strike.
Hey, he got Lil Baby on one of the songs last night, man. I'm crazy. Lil Baby's still that guy. And hey, we were talking about Lil Baby Gunna on the live stream yesterday, which, by the way, we plugged earlier. If you haven't gone and checked it out, we talk Lil Uzi, and we talk about the NBA free agency. Talk a little bit about Lil Baby and Gunna too. So if you haven't, go see it. But Ethan, I think there's one thing that we didn't talk about last night on the live stream, with this Gunna album coming out. Well, actually, the Gunna album came out 2 weeks ago, right? And Young Thug dropped last week.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on that, man? Because I don't think we've talked about that on the pod yet.
No, we haven't. It's a good time to talk about it. The Thug album. This is when I put my cape on. My cape on for Thug. All right, this one I'm copping for for Thug. The Thug album was cool, right? I'm not gonna throw Thug under the bus because he is in jail right now, and so I usually give artists passes with stuff like that. But the album was not the greatest. But shout out to the song that he got with Future. What is it called? Call out my cars. What is it? I know the song. Cars Bring Me Out. Cars Bring Me Out with Future and Young Thug. Better than any song on the Gunna album. That song is a great Young Thug song. A great one. And this is what I'm gonna give Young Thug my flower. Or not Young Thug. Gunna his flowers. A lot of pressure with this album. If it was mid, he was gonna get fucking cooked. This is a solid album. I'm not gassing it. It's not a top 3 I don't know if it's a top 3 Gunna album. Maybe it might be 3, but that's pushing it. But I feel like this is the best rapping that Gunna has ever done on A Gift and a Curse.
I think that's fair.
By far, he was rapping his ass off.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think a lot of that responsibility was obviously shifted on him after everything happened with YSL because he didn't have any features on this album. It was just him rapping for how many songs was it?
It's like 15.
Like 15. And yeah, I mean, I think Gunna did his thing. I think it isn't his best album, but I definitely agree. I think it's a top 3 Gunna album. And personally, I liked it more than the Young Thug album. I think the Young Thug album suffered from him obviously being incarcerated because it's like the quality of it just wasn't what I thought it was. Some of the verses sounded like they were recorded on a voicemail, and I just
we need to bring that. We need to bring that back though. Rapping from the phone in jail. That shit is still hard. Still hard.
It is pretty cool, but I don't know. I think I'm on the Gunna side of this. Hey, he didn't snitch on me, and that's the approach I'm sticking with. So,
I mean, I'm not mad at you. I thought the Gunna album was cool. You know, good sophomore, not sophomore, but good bounce back album, man.
Bounce back
with the whole snitch and stuff.
Yeah, after being called a snitch, man. But all right, something else we can talk about.
Big music drop last night. We got to talk about it.
Huge album drop, in my opinion.
One of our most anticipated albums of the year that we had coming into the year.
Yeah.
Uzi dropped Pink Tape, which has been teased for, what is it, 2 years now?
Yeah, 2 years? Damn. Because, did Just Wanna Rock came out 2 years ago?
Yes.
Fuck, that's crazy.
Time flies, but Just Wanna Rock has been out for a minute.
That's crazy to think about, but all right, so we're talking about Uzi now. We were talking a little bit about it, and you got like the first listen last night when we were listening to it, or during the live stream. Now that you've had a little more time to, sleep on it, what do you think of it?
It's cool. I like it. I think he definitely delivered to the hype of what it was gonna sound like, because I feel like Uzi was obviously, I know people want Love Is Rage and Uzi Against the World. He wants that type of Uzi music, that sound. Not old Uzi, but that sound. He's never going to do that. Artists don't do that anymore. Or at least the artists that continue to evolve, they don't do stuff like that anymore. So, I wasn't expecting that. Or some sort of direction of what kind of music Uzi was going to go towards. And in the past 2 years, TikTok has played a really big role in music, especially like making dance music, and more specifically like Jersey club music, that type of dance music, a lot more popular than what it was. And Uzi's in that Jersey Philly kind of bop of dance music. I mean, I Just Wanna Rock is a Jersey dance song, and so that's what I was expecting the album to have. I wish it had more songs like that, more dance songs, but I did appreciate the very like punk aspects of the album. Sometimes he missed, but overall I thought it was a solid project. My favorite song has got to be the intro track. What was it, Floor Spacers?
That's
definitely not the title.
No, not Floor Spacers. It's Flooded the Face.
Flood of the Face,
Mm-hmm.
and Nakamura are my two favorite songs. And then the song with Don Toliver, Patience.
Oh, I'm so glad you brought it up, man. You said Nakamura, and I'll get to that song here in a minute, but I just want to kind of echo some of the sentiments you had. I don't think this is his best album. I don't think it's a masterpiece by any means, but I just love how much heart it has, and it really does come from just like a place of who Uzi is and what his inspirations are, and you can hear it all over the album. Um, so there were a lot of songs I liked. I see a lot of people on Twitter weren't a big fan of the Travis Scott verse, but I thought the production on that track was fucking phenomenal. And Travis brought a pretty good verse. I don't think it was anything to like freak out about. It didn't get me super excited for what he's dropping next, but it wasn't, terrible. I had to turn it off. But besides that, Nakamura was crazy. The fact that he used a wrestler's theme song and just did his thing over it. It's beautiful, man. Especially Shinsuke Nakamura. That great entrance. And another one. This might come as a shock to a lot of people, or I guess unless you really know me. But I love the song with "Bring Me the Horizon." Werewolf.
I didn't like that song that much.
I love it. I think it's an awesome metal track, and Uzi really like added something cool to it. Like I figured there were going to be some people who weren't going to like it because it's very heavy metal, screamo kind of sounding, but that's right up my bag. That's what I'm going to listen to while I'm in the fucking gym, man. Bring Me the Horizon and Lil Uzi. Give me more of it. Inject it right into my veins.
I'm not mad. You think I want to see how this album is going to age in the next month or so, especially going out. Like, this is definitely a going out album that you hear in your car or
sure.
at the club. This is not an album that I'm really going to be bumping a lot, like late at night in my room.
Meditating.
But I'm going to bump it, but I'm going to not even but like it's a cool album. Like, certain albums in certain settings, I think it's going to have more of a feel to it.
Yeah.
So,
okay. So let me ask you, man, on the initial listen, do you like this album more or Eternal Take?
Ooh, that's close. I think I like Eternal Take more.
Really? I think I like this one more.
I'm not mad at you. Like I said, I've only got like 1.5 listens through it. It's the first day the album comes out. Might change my mind, but
yeah,
I like Eternal Take a lot. I think, I don't know, it's weird. Like, I guess Eternal Take has sat with me for like 2 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think Uzi was trying to rap too much on Eternal Take more than what I'm used to him. And I feel like this one, he definitely got his flow down that he really didn't have. Not that he didn't have, but I don't think he really was confident in it on Eternal Take. But, actually, I changed my mind. I think I like this album more. Off first listen, wow. I think I like this one more.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm leaning to. I haven't really gone back to Eternal Take as much as I have Love is Rage 2 and Lil Uzi versus the World. But this one is probably one where I'll revisit it a little more often. Probably not all 26 tracks. And if you want to hear us talk more about like the length of albums and stuff, again, go watch the live stream. We had a whole conversation about whether artists should or shouldn't do that. But overall, I think this is a hit for Uzi. He's going to get a lot of streams off of this. Like you said, you're going to hear it everywhere you go when you go out. And yeah, I really don't know what else to add, man. Great job, Uzi.
Solid job, Uzi.
Yeah, solid job, man.
I already know those concert tickets are going to go through the fucking roof.
Through the roof.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy. But
right.
Shout
out Uzi. What else we got to talk about today?
I think we got one more thing. One more thing that I want to talk about, unless you've got something that you want to bring up at the end. But I want to talk about this Grimace shake TikTok trend.
Not this fucking Grimace shake.
Do you know what it is? Have you been seeing it?
No, I still don't know what the Grimace shake is. Like, I went to McDonald's twice. Like,
and you didn't get a Grimace shake?
No, I didn't know what the fucking Grimace shake was. Like, I see everybody.
Dude.
Is Grimace that purple guy?
Yeah.
The purple character? Okay,
yeah.
I know what it is then.
Okay, well, it's his birthday.
I thought that was the, no, the Hamburglar is the other one.
I'm sure they're going to do some promotional stuff for the Hamburglar too. But
the thing is, I know, it's his name, the Hamburglar. There's no way his name is the Hamburglar.
Yeah, the Hamburglar.
Oh my god, I know a couple guys that look like the Hamburglar. But I still don't like that Grimace shake, and I heard it is nasty as fuck.
I don't know. That's the thing is I don't actually know how it tastes. I've just been seeing the TikToks. Like basically, the premise of the TikTok is like they'll buy the drink and they'll be like, "Oh, today we're at McDonald's. We're trying the Grimace shake. Let's see how it is." They'll take a sip of it and they go,
My
"Hmm,
stomach
that's not
hurts.
too bad." And then like out of nowhere, it just cuts to them like in a dark alley, covered in the shake, like dead on the floor, and then you just see like a big purple shadow standing behind him, and like it just became the trend. Like people were doing really weird shit with the shake, and I don't know.
I kind of regret it. I wish I would have tried. I probably wouldn't have liked that shitty ass shake.
I think it's still around, man. So I might need to go try the Grimace shake and then
You need to try
go
the
end up
Grimace
in an
shake
alley.
and then tell the audience how you feel about the Grimace shake.
Yeah, I might need to do that, man. How much is the Grimace shake?
I don't know.
They
It's
better not
probably
be taxing,
$3.50.
man.
They definitely gonna tax. It's McDonald's. Dollar menu ain't even a fucking dollar no more.
I know it's like $1.99, dude.
Yeah,
Inflation, god damn.
inflation, a bitch.
Thanks, Obama. Obama, Biden. What the heck?
Oh my gosh. Well,
shit.
the last big thing we wanted to talk about, all right, is that it happened today. Like today is the news, and I guess is the big topic of the episode is the mass ESPN exodus that's happening, where ESPN is laying off a bunch of media personalities and just employees altogether. I think they're like they're trying to get rid of somewhere around like $5 billion in overspending or debt or whatever it is, and there's a lot of big names drop. Gage, what do you think was like the Gage for you? What was the most surprising big name that got fired from ESPN?
Well, you and me are both big NBA, NFL guys. So for me, I thought the Jeff Van Gundy release was crazy for the NBA. He's been one of their most reliable broadcasters. And I'm also pretty shocked by the Todd McShay firing because Todd McShay has done really good work for the NFL and ESPN for a long time. But shit, there's a whole list of people. We're not even talking about Max Kellerman.
Max was the one I was waiting for you to say. Max, like, oh, he's had a rough, at least career-wise, rough 2 years. I mean, got booted off of First Take by Stephen A. Smith.
I mean, shit, Susie Colbert too, man.
Susie Colbert, yeah, Sunday Morning Football. Ooh, the countdown.
Susie Colbert.
Yeah, shout out to her, man. But the Keyshawn too. Who the funny thing is, he just signed an extension like last year. It was like a 5-year, $18 million contract. The good thing for him though, he getting all that money.
Yeah,
he's getting all that money now. But the Max one is weird for me because it's like, bro, after the Stephen A. show, they try to give him his radio show back with Keyshawn and Jay Williams, and then they kind of kept taking Max in, taking him out. It was weird. And then now for him just to go all together, I don't know. Where you think Max goes? You think you see him going to like Fox Sports, or you see him kind of doing his own thing?
I could see him going FS1. I know there were rumblings on Twitter about him joining Skip Bayless on First Take, or not First Take, on Undisputed, and I wouldn't be mad at that. I think Skip and Max Kellerman would be entertaining TV.
Yeah, but Max needs a white guy. Or not Max. Skip needs a black guy to go against. We gotta keep those race wars going. But honestly, this is my prediction. I think with Pat McAfee coming to ESPN and they got that mega deal, I think ESPN is gonna make a play for Shannon.
Ooh, that would be crazy.
I think that's their big next move because, like I said, those are a lot of familiar faces.
So I see a lot of critique about or not critique, but I guess a lot of I guess critique is the right word. A lot of people just upset that this is happening, and obviously people are losing their jobs. It makes sense, but a lot of that hate is directed towards Pat McAfee right now, and I don't know. I don't really see like how this can be like pinned on him. How do you feel about that, E? Like, do you think Pat McAfee and his show have any responsibility for like how ESPN is handling this? Because the way I feel is like the company decided to fire them. Like he didn't tell them to sign him to that super mega deal. They made a business decision.
If I'm Pat McAfee, I'm the new guy on the block. I got my money. I don't give a fuck. Like I hope you guys get jobs, but like, bro, y'all getting fired. That's not my concern. Like, I'm here. They pay me money to do a job, and I'm finna come over here and do a job and get paid more bread. That's the attitude Pat McAfee, I guarantee he's having right now. Like, oh, well, y'all was sitting on your laurels. I built what I built, and now your boss is firing y'all, and I'm getting this deal.
Yep.
Like, it's up. That's how I think he's feeling it. So, I don't think he's taking it to heart, and I don't think they're like the actual employees there are blaming Pat McAfee for that.
Well, that's good. I hope that like a lot of people can see through that, because I think Pat McAfee, especially for like you and me, I think he is kind of what is going to help like shows and podcasts like ours grow, because it's much more of a free form, us just kind of riffing off of each other rather than like sitting down at a desk in suits and ties and talking about, football and basketball like we used to 10, 20 years ago. So I'm just really interested to see the direction that ESPN goes in after this, because they've got Pat McAfee. Like you said, they could make that move. They could make that move to get Shannon Sharp, and they've already got Stephen A. Smith. So, I mean, I don't know. But the one thing I will take away from all of this is
Also,
there's one name.
Shout out to Through the Wire podcast. They got their big TV debut.
Yep, I love Through the Wire.
TNT.
Kenny.
Shout out to them boys. Like I said, bro, the podcast internet wave, we coming.
We're coming.
We coming.
Hey, shout out King of the Fourth Quarter, man. I've been watching Kenny for years. Love Kenny. Glad to see he's getting his flowers and finally getting opportunities to be on national television. He deserves it. He's been busting his ass on this YouTube platform for years. But there's another guy who was unaffected by these signings, or by these firings. I apologize. And it's the untouchable Brian Windhorst. Still has a job.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people are making fan edits of him on Twitter. I love it.
Oh my gosh.
So
the thing is, like, I never understood like people getting mad at reporters and stuff. I'd be peeping Brian Windhorst and what he'd be talking about Kyrie and the Lakers. Also, Gage, I know we're not talking about NFL or NBA free agency, but Kai is back in Dallas, so I'm gonna be a happy man for the next year.
I predicted it, man. I had a feeling that was what was gonna happen. They gave up too much to get him, and there really wasn't another team that I felt was in need of Kyrie's services. Like, you guys were really the only team I saw making a push at it. But we will recap all of this NBA stuff at a later date. We'll probably make an episode next week talking about all the movement, and probably get ready for Summer League too, because we'll start seeing the rookies play next week in the California Classic, and then in Vegas July 6th. So if you're interested in watching and getting more NBA, NFL content, more hip hop content, make sure to follow us on all of our socials. Again, everything's gonna be linked down below. Hit the subscribe button and leave a like. Really helps the show, and we would appreciate it if you just do that and share it with some friends. Share it with a lover.
Share it with a lover's friend.
And share it with a lover's friend's mistress.
That works.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, we gotta do put you on. Are you fucking up the show like that? You doing the outro and they done fucking put you on and they click it off like this? Let's put you on really quick.
Yeah, don't click off yet.
Please don't click off. Yeah, please come back. Please come back.
All right. So E, how do you want to start this, man? Do you want to do movies or music first?
Let's do music, man. I know we talked about Uzi album, but the album, I'm gonna give y'all an album. Ganger by V's. I've been rocking this. And this, if you like Babyface Ray, that Detroit style rap, it's a vibe. I feel like V's is coming up. This is one of my favorite hip hop projects of the year. Like I said, the mix is kind of it's definitely not the greatest, but it's something you get used to. And I didn't think I was gonna like it. I listened to it. I really, really like it. So shout out V's, Ganger. That's my put you on for the week.
Cool. I like it. I downloaded it last night. Got to check it out a little bit. I think I listened to like 2 tracks on it. But I think I'm going to go with a single release. It's actually an old song, but they just released it on streaming platforms, Apple Music and Spotify. Palm Trees by Flatbush Zombies. So if you like Flatbush Zombies and New York rap, it's a classic. One of my favorite songs from the band, or from the trio. And yeah, I guess an extension of that is, if you haven't listened to Flatbush Zombies, album to check out is definitely 3001: A Laced Odyssey. But yeah, okay, so cool. We got 2 hip hop albums for our put you on for this week. What about movies or what about TV shows? E? What have you been tuning
Definitely not
into?
The Idol.
Yeah.
Okay,
Blame you.
shout out to you, Gage. Can you give me your Apple TV Plus login? But the show that I'm talking, that's really one of the best shows I'm one of the best first seasons I've ever seen. Severance on Apple TV Plus, amazing. Oh my god! And I'm gonna do a double one. Shout out to Severance on Apple TV Plus and The Bear season 2 out. Smoked it. Ooh,
Hey, Dylan,
TV has never been better than what it is now. Never.
hey, Dylan told me about that show. Dylan said it was really good, so I'll have to give that one a watch too. Um, damn. See, I haven't been watching a lot of TV lately. I've just been keeping up with what's going on.
No, TV is up right now. TV is up.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. Then I think I am gonna go with a movie that I rewatched with Roseanne because Roseanne had never seen it, and this is a my reason for bringing this movie up is because I have a agenda for it. I think it's one of the best teenage comedy movies ever, and I'm talking about Superbad with Jonah Hill and Michael Cera. Um, it really holds up. It's really funny, and for someone who has never seen it, and my stepmom, she really enjoyed it. So if you haven't seen Superbad, do yourself a favor. It's very enjoyable, hour and a half. And yeah, that's what we got for put you on. But is there anything else you want to leave our audience with before we close out the show, man?
Nothing much. I saw all those jokes about me and my sweater on my Instagram. Shut the fuck up. I look fly as fuck. All right. Thank you for all the pretty girls out there that like my sweater. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, don't listen to the haters. E. They,
but yeah, no. Let me do the outro because you already fucked it up. You did it too early.
All right.
Man, shout out to
You're
everybody.
introing next time then.
Yeah, let's chill out. Shout out to everybody, our recording family. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. It's been our recording, man. It's been your boy, the young Rottweiler, Ethan Hamilton. You already know who it is. My partner, 007, Mr. Gage Sutton. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment for more content. We're going to be live streaming a lot more, so check us out always. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that fun stuff. Thank you guys for watching and listening. We love you. It's been our recording.
Peace out, y'all.